I was all into this 70s rock music, progressive rock too, like, and this reminds me of what I did there, which I was kind of a rebel. Even in Dublin even more. I might get to that, but damn, some some good memories. I mean, childhood and my teenage years were my happiest days of my life. After 18, it was pretty much downhill from there. Their own. Yeah, so like it's Siberian Catru. That's the song from Yes off of the Close to the Edge. It's their most famous album, 1972. But the break on through to the other side, the Doors, from the Doors, right? And this was kind of a premonition to like New Zealand, where uh, the song would play in the car that I eventually uh, crashed into the wall, which I feel like, so this was in 2004 in England, and I would like, I don't know, I was just obsessed with this song for some reason. There was this one guy there, and he was like, "You gotta check out the Doors," and I went into the city and I bought the first album, which that has this song, and also "L.A. Woman," which was their last album. But these two are, he said, those are like the best. So yeah, back then I really liked it, and to the point that I was like doing crazy shit. Like I would get one of those like indelible, like those markers that you cannot it's hard to erase them, especially because I went to one of the bathrooms in the international college there, and I would just like in big ass letters I would write "break on through to the other side" on the door of the bathroom there. Nobody saw me, but we did even crazier stuff there with this one guy, and he was even younger than me. He was like 12 and I was 14, and yeah, we even like flooded the bathrooms there. And eventually they caught us because they had security cameras there even. So I had to pay a fine of 50 US, I mean, goddamn US, 50 British pounds, which I was kind of like, I didn't really, my parents gave me some allowance, like I was 250 pounds, or yeah, I think it was like 250 pounds. I didn't really spend anything. I mean, food was included. It's just for like souvenirs. I didn't really buy any. I just bought like CDs. I was like, I bought some like 70s rock bands, The Who, some albums from them, Yes, from that band, and The Doors, and you know, but it was kind of funny memory from that, and yeah, and it's just, yeah, my penmanship is horrible, as you can see. It got better because in school, then later on, when I was in high school, I you are such an idiot. I don't even know like what some of these were, but it's pretty. Yeah, I guess I cannot even read. Dear mother and father, I really don't like the people in England. I really don't like the people in England. I think I guess the teacher corrected it. They are very strange and boring. Dude, I was like, I don't even remember this, but in the very expensive, I cannot read that, but something was very expensive. Yeah, it was pretty expensive there, but I didn't really. I went in the sea and it was very cold. Yeah, I mean in England, it's not really. But I did go like swimming to the sea. But now the weather is sunny. I do lots of activities. Yeah, but he said it's good. So, uh, and yeah, I would be like always doing like the Who, like this is their logo, Doors, and yeah, I would just write the songs like the Light My Fire, The End, from the first album. And one of the thing ever since I was like a child, I was obsessed always with pentagrams. I just like you can see it everywhere pretty much. Led Zeppelin, yeah. I was obsessed with that band too. I never liked Korn. It's a terrible band, but I mean that one song was popular back then, so I just like it because the R is like backwards. That's why I never listened to that much. It's empty. But anyway, so that Dublin was way crazier. Like I got drunk every day, and I was only 16. Was I 16? 2006? Yeah, 16. That was in 2006 in Dublin. Yeah, this is the Zoso. I didn't do it right. There's like the another thing here, but the symbol of Jimmy Page from Led Zeppelin. Yeah, this is. I remember this. Like my classmate, he would write these he would draw these kind of, and I tried to like emulate it, or this kind of thing. It was funny to me back then with the, and he did like it with the joints too, like in his mouth. But, yeah, it's again Korn, man. I don't know. I just like the way it looks. I never liked the band, for the record. But yeah, again the Led Zeppelin logo. Yeah, there's not much to see here. I had like a satchel for my fucking and I had many more bands and written on there, but just not on the. I couldn't find it. The satchel. I have it in one of my other older videos though. Nah. So a lot of funny moments. I don't even know what this is. This is probably not from even there, because we didn't do math as far as I know. Huh. I don't know what that. But moving on, like Canada, I was already 17. Yeah, I was like obsessed with the, that would be like the classified here. I had some Taiwanese friends, so they would teach me some words, and apparently this means bad job. I don't know how to read that. Some phone numbers, probably some of my friends there. Subject. Oh, and apparently this means awesome. It's a pretty long word for one English word, but yeah, man. When we had to do like a journal of every day. So yeah, and my English was pretty bad. I mean, not that it was terrible, but it's still like, yeah. Like I woke up at 5:30. Then my roommate Peter went for jogging. I couldn't manage to sleep, therefore I lied awake in bed. After breakfast, we would go to the library to write an exam. Then I had a lunch. I mean, in the afternoon, we got on the bus and went to play beach volleyball. I was pretty hot sand and I was exhausted. Then climbing, it was fun. We had waited to our couch very long time. We went to Olympic Oval Stadium. Oh, we went skating. I remember that we went and it wasn't even skating in that time. It's just like playing hockey, but like without the ice skates, right? In that time, I was going to hit the hay, like Peter said, because yeah, I learned that expression like hit the hay back then, because they one of the guys told me, yeah, that means take a nap, you know. Thankfully, frankly, I wasn't overwhelmed with joy. That's the whole show. Yeah. Yeah, in Canada, it was probably I had the most fun there, probably, you know. Let me see here. Day 12. Yesterday we very. Yeah, I was always like everything's boring. I was like that, you know. I'm still like that, but you know. Anyway, just wanted to show you. I'm still reading this, and I bought this around the same time, like when I was in Canada, I think, or maybe a bit later. But so you can see, you know, it's very old. I've read it like 3 times already. I'm reading it now again, about halfway in. My favorite book, James Joyce, Ulysses. So yeah, it's so many memories. That's why I'm kind of like nostalgic, trying to reading this book again, because this I read around the time I was still young, when my life was still had some joy and happiness. So to remind myself of that, I'm trying to read this book again. Yeah. Anyway, that's about it. Thank you.